Gareth Southgate addressed the media on Thursday after Wednesday's squad announcement. "We now know who is going to Russia and who is having an extended summer holiday, but the big question is why Gareth Southgate has selected these 23 men to represent England at the World Cup." Our reporter Anton Toloui, who has been around the England camp all season and is part of our team going to Russia this summer, reveals what we learned from Southgate's post-squad announcement media conference. "Southgate wants England to be fearless lions. I don't see being free of inhibitions as a gamble," insisted Southgate when asked about his thoughts behind picking the squad. His selection currently has a total of 449 caps between them. That's fewer than 20 per person. The group Fabio Capello took to South Africa in 2010 had an average of almost 16 more, but didn't exactly set the international stage alight. Southgate has revealed the 23-man England squad for the World Cup in Russia. Southgate has revealed the 23-man England squad for the World Cup in Russia. Southgate is trusting in youth and even mentioned Phil Foden, Jadon Sancho and Mason Mount potentially only being 6 months away if they start to excel at club level. "Get used to seeing faces in an international shirt that make you feel very old indeed. It won't be long until the first player born in the 21st century lines up alongside Jordan Henderson at all." Trent he trusts. Southgate says Trent Alexander-Arnold deserves his place in the England squad. Southgate says Trent Alexander-Arnold deserves his place in the England squad. "If you're good enough, you're old enough." That's very much Southgate's mantra, and he would have gone against everything he stood for if he didn't pick Trent Alexander-Arnold. The 19-year-old has excelled for Liverpool at right back and centre midfield. Coaches adore his character and work rate, and he could go on to become the poster boy for the FA's developmental system. "He's the next best fullback in England," admitted Southgate. "Does that mean he's ahead of Kieran Trippier already?" Future hope for Heart. England manager Southgate explains Joe Hart's omission from the World Cup squad. England manager Southgate explains Joe Hart's omission from the World Cup squad. Southgate admitted he picked the 3 best keepers in England this season, which is why former number 1 Joe Hart has an extended break this summer. But the England manager isn't refusing to rule out picking the 75-cap veteran in the future. However, Southgate admits Hart faces a big summer, as he almost certainly looks to secure his 3rd move away from Manchester City in as many seasons. End-of-season drop-off cost Wilshere. It was thought by people around the England camp that Jack Wilshere's ticket to Russia was cancelled after he pulled out of the squad to face Netherlands and Italy through injury. Southgate insists that's not the case, citing the Arsenal midfielder's form at the end of the season. Southgate says Jack Wilshere's end to the season ruled him out of contention for a place in England's World Cup squad. Southgate says Jack Wilshere's end to the season ruled him out of contention for a place in England's World Cup squad. "He played well for a spell but dropped off a bit towards the end," claims Southgate, who would later go on to speak positively about Wilshere's replacement Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Shelvey remains out of Southgate's plans. John Joe Shelvey is out of the England frame. Evasive is perhaps a harsh word to use, but it's fair to say Southgate didn't extol John Joe Shelvey's virtues when given the opportunity. "We watch all English players, and picking up yellow and red cards wouldn't impact selection," meant Shelvey was on the long list of players considered, but he certainly wasn't as close to the final 23-man squad as some had suggested or hoped for. But Lallana is still loved. Previously heralded by the manager as England's best player in qualifying, Adam Lallana has missed out on the first-choice 23-man squad, but there are few players Southgate admires more than the Liverpool man. Liverpool midfielder Adam Lallana must prove his fitness. Getting selected on the standby list is a huge concession to Southgate's love for the midfielder's technical ability despite his lack of first-team football. A positive fitness report and a productive cameo in the Champions League final could see Lallana be the first choice to step in if there's an injury. Comment at the bottom of the page to get involved in the debate, but please adhere to our house rules. If you wish to report any comment, simply click on the down arrow next to the offending comment and click Report.